Today is May 24th, 2020, Memorial Day weekend. My name is Charles Suter. I'll be presenting a short discussion on decision making part 2. This one's called Risk versus Reward. Previously did decision making 1, where I'll show you the briefing chart for that, where I had created a matrix. The matrix had 2 dimensions on it, making choices between something that was fun and not fun, something that was good for you, not good for you. And I deliberately pointed out that the box you want to be in, the quadrant, is number 1 here, where the choice is both fun and good for you. Definitely accept those types of choices. And for those quadrants, quadrant 5, where the choice is not fun, is not good for you, then definitely you do not want to make that choices. The adjacent quadrants, the answer is it depends. So the reason I'm deliberating on risk versus reward is that on May 24th we're still in the middle of a pandemic where many people are self-isolated, with some beginning choices of some opportunities to get out, enjoy some freedom, but they all come with some risks. So my main proposition here, or my main message, is decisions must consider both rewards and risks. If you're going to go to the beach, there's going to be a lot of people there. How do you protect yourself? I have here another little 4-quadrant box. The 2 dimensions are rewards, which are either high or low. Obviously there's a continuum here, but I've arbitrarily divided the reward space into high and low. Same thing for risk, a continuum, but I've divided the continuum into low risk, high risk. The 4 quadrants, the ideal quadrant you want to make as many decisions in as you can are those that have high reward and low risk. I call these the stars. You want to capture as many of these as you can. And of course, the converse of this is where rewards are low and the risks are high. Basically, you want to avoid these if at all possible. So let me get into my main propositions here. Besides rewards, every decision has some element of risk. You elect to go outside your safety zone where you've been self-isolated, there could be some risk. If you go for a walk along the sidewalk in your neighborhood, basically by yourself in the sunshine, that's probably high reward, low risk. You elect to go bowling. A lot of people, even if you're wearing a mask, there's a certain element of risk there. You have to make choices wisely. Just remember, nothing in life is free. With rewards comes some element of risk. Both rewards and risks come in degrees. Now, the box here, quadrant 3, low rewards, low risk, these are okay. You just have to put up with some of these in order to keep your life in order. You have to do a lot of things that are low reward, also low risk. I just washed my car this morning. I can't hardly tell the difference between a polished car and a car that's got a little dust on it, so the reward for me is low. The chore didn't take me very long, so I had low risk, low inconvenience, so I did it. But here's the place I most prefer to be: high reward, low risk. Proposition 2. The best opportunities have high rewards and low risk. Here's where you want to accept as many as you can. Decision here is easy. Pick them. Proposition 3. What you want to do is you want to avoid this quadrant here, the lightning bolt. There's less to be gained with high risk, low reward choices, so avoid them if at all possible. Now, the toughest choices is in quadrant 2. This is high reward, high risk. I've got a question mark here because you really want to just make a decision very carefully if you to pick any decisions in this box here. I call this high risk, high reward, or some people call it high risk opportunity. I'll be talking about that in decision making 3. So my final message is the toughest decisions are in quadrant 2, where the rewards are high and the risks are high. So you have to deliberate carefully on these. All the other boxes are pretty easy to decide. Pick the stars, avoid the lightning bolts, and do some of the OKs. Well, that's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and live longer.